And if I'm feeling great this morning, by the way, feeling great. Woke up this morning, threw on the headphones, walked downstairs, grabbed my hashtag Rise and Grind planner, and boom, right there at the top of the planner. Man, I got these Rise and Grind planners. I don't know if you've ever seen them before or not, but they're amazing. And at the top of every single page is a quote that is submitted by a member of our Rise and Grind group. And so I love that. It's a way to connect with our members every single day. And so today's quote was submitted by Christine Baird, who's an amazing superhuman. She was at my house for the 4th of July most recently. And the quote she submitted says this: "The wiser you become, the more you have to learn." Woo-wee! The wiser you become, the more you have to learn. And I think I could even add to that. The wiser you become, the more you realize you have to learn. I mean, I swear, in my 20s, I knew everything. In my 30s, I started to realize that I do actually know some things. And now that I'm in my 40s, I'm like, I don't know anything. Bring it on. Give me some books. Give me some videos. Give me some learning. And as a matter of fact, I just spent a week in New York City learning all kinds of things from incredible superhumans from all around the United States of America and beyond. And I'm going to share some of those lessons with you today. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts. Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Wednesday, August 4th, 2021. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Wednesday, August 4th, 2021. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible, incredible day. Now listen, Wednesdays are also known as CMA Day. That's right. For the last year and a half, I guess it is, I've had the honor and the pleasure of being able to work with the Carter Myers Automotive Squad. They own 16 dealerships. That number might change or have changed, but they own a lot of dealerships all over Virginia. And what I love about them most is their mission is to move people's lives forward, whether it be their customers, their employees, their community. They're all about moving lives forward. They're just an amazing organization. So I always get excited to spend Wednesdays, aka CMA Day, with Liza and Scott and the rest of her incredible, incredible crew. If you're ever thinking about getting in the automotive world, let me know, because I can always plug you in with one of the greatest organizations in the country. That's right. You heard it here first, folks. Listen, I'm super stoked. Today is August 4th. We are exactly 90 days away until we celebrate the 1,000th episode of hashtag Rise and Grind. That's right. You heard it here first, folks. 1,000 episodes of this show right here. And so we are 90 days away, and we're going to have that celebration right here in Lexington, Kentucky. And that's what I'm excited, like super excited, right? Rise and Grind was born here, and we're going to celebrate it here 1,000 episodes later. There are going to be lights. There is going to be music. We're going to have dance routines. We're going to have speakers. We're going to have comedians. We're going to have surprise guests, and we're going to have hundreds of the faces that you know and love from the last 4 years of hashtag Rise and Grind. We will network. We will celebrate. We will learn, and together we are going to grow for God's sake. I love that. It's going to be spectacular, and I'm super stoked. So tickets for that are going on sale a little bit later this week. So get excited. I'm excited. You get excited. And if it's anything like New York City was last week, I promise you it's going to be an event that is going to rewrite history. As a matter of fact, last time we did an event like this, pre-COVID, we did a big event in Nashville, Tennessee called Grow Your Business for God's Sake. And it was phenomenal. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you a little clip from that particular event right now. And obviously, if you're on Clubhouse, you can listen to it. If you're on Instagram, well, you just sit here and look at me funny for a minute. Ready? Go.
I'm talking about the financial freedom where you can choose your family over your job. I'm talking about the financial freedom where you can truly live out the life that God designed you for, which is one filled with abundance. Yeah, you can cheer for that. It's one filled with abundance, one where you're out there making an impact in people's lives, where you're fulfilling that largest dream of yourself that you possibly have. So we have a problem, but the good news is there are solutions to this problem. There are actually biblical principles that have been around for over 2,000 years that we can use and apply in our businesses to reach those levels of financial freedom. Did you know that? They're actually there. I'm going to show you a couple. This one right here says, do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. This is Romans 12-2. What that is saying right there is don't be a copycat. Don't do what everybody else is doing. Don't just watch what they have to do and then try to repeat it. What it's saying is you need to stand out. You need to be unique. However, listen to those words. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That means you must train. You must invest in yourself. You must learn something new. So we watch and we study and we learn, but we don't copy and mimic and repeat. Instead, we take what we learn and we create something new, because only you can do you.
Man, it was an incredible experience last time, and I'm excited to not only be able to replicate that magic, but enhance it and expand it, because we've come a long way since that particular event. So it's going to be, mark your calendars now, November 4th, 5th, and 6th right here in Lexington, Kentucky. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be spectacular. But the real question is, what are we going to learn? What are you going to learn, right, at an event like this? And so I'm going to share with you what I learned at the Breakfast with Champions Consortium. I just got back from New York City on Sunday, and I got to spend a week up there with amazing superhumans from all around the globe, and we had the first ever Breakfast with Champions Consortium, and it was spectacular. And so yesterday, on yesterday's episode of Rise and Grind, I broke down day one, and what I'd like to do today is share my takeaways from day two, which there were a lot, so we're going to have to go fast. But before we do, you know what we got to do on this show? That's right. Y'all know. Stay woke. Come on, baby. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button, because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact in their life and on this planet. I truly believe it. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. So if you're on Insta, share it out. If you're over here on Facebook, hit the share button. If you're over on Clubhouse, this is where I need you to hit that plus sign in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Go ahead. You got time. Right now's the time. Hit the plus sign, bottom right-hand corner of your screen. I want you to invite your friends, invite family members, the people you like, the people you don't like, whatever. Get them on up in here. This is also the part of the show where we're going to get this body in motion, okay? An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So here you are. You're up. You're in motion, right? If you're in bed, get out of bed. Let's get rocking and rolling. Let's start to get moving, because that's the momentum and the energy that you're going to need to carry you through this phenomenal day, okay? This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you. I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Fair enough? Fair enough. What's up, Marilyn Wilkin? How you doing, Kim Fair? What's up, Lady Bird? Great to see you. How you doing, Larissa Harrington? Fire! Great to see you this morning. What's up, Michelle Burker? I also see Leisha Watts is in the house. Over on Instagram, we got the Fab Realtor. We got Manuela over there in Italy. We got Tim Hunt. My man is up in the house. We got Doug Thurston. What's up, Doug? Doug just sent me some stars. Thanks, Doug. I appreciate that so very much. He just sent me $10. We take that money, we go out, we serve the community. So anytime you drop stars on Facebook, know it's going to a good cause. What's up, Paula Collins? How are you? I see Vicky Everett is up in here. What's up, Mr. Don Sankey? Over on Clubhouse, we got a bunch of peeps. I want to make sure to talk to them. How you doing, Edward? How you doing, JK? What's up, Keisha? Great to see you. How you doing, Paula and Tony and Roberta? I see Marcus is up in here. What's up, Rev Max, my dude? I got to meet Rev Max in New York City. That dude's fire. What's up, Rev? I see Donata is up in here. I see Donna and Josh and Tarika and Ayla. What's up, Crystal? Great to see you this morning. How you doing, Heather? I see Hussy, my lady. How you doing, Lori Burns? Great to see you. What's up, Derek and Zimberg and Crescent and Nicole, Sue and Zana and Dylan and Gustav? What's up, Brianna? Great to see you as well. Man, it is an honor and a privilege to share my morning with you. Mr. Marcus Ellis, I see you. Mike Higdon, I see you. Megan DiMartino, I see you. Savvy Sophia, I see you. Ava Hosting, I see you. The corporate diva, I see you. I see you. I see you. Hey, I want to let you guys know before we dive in on this, I do want to let you know, what's up, Jeremy Nolan, Gail B. Craft, the Breakfast with Champions podcast is now available. If you haven't subscribed and downloaded, please take a second to go do that wherever you listen to your podcast. That would mean the world to me, and I promise you, you'll love that experience. We've got like hundreds of hours of motivation, education, and inspiration delivered by champions from all over the place. Champions like Alpha 6, champions like Brielle, champions like Tamara and Dr. Rowe, champions all the way across the board delivering you powerful stuff. We even got Scott Flansburgh, the human calculator. Are you kidding me? So make sure you go download those, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. It will behoove you to do so. Let's dive in. I'm going to give you some lessons from New York City and the Breakfast with Champions Consortium. Let's go. So here we are. We're in New York City, the Big Apple, right? That sound should not be still going. There we go. We'll turn that off just in case. So here we are in New York City, and we started off day 2 at the Breakfast with Champions Consortium. And day 2 started off with my man, Mark Jenkins. So Mark Jenkins is a celebrity fitness coach, and Wirecast Ava. He is a celebrity fitness coach. He's trained Beyonce and Puff Daddy and all these other folks. And he volunteered to come over to the New York City rooftop where we were at the Borough Hotel and work out with our people. And I got to tell you, it was amazing. There was a group of about 15, 17 people or so that showed up for the workout there on the roof. And it was just so incredible to see them. He had them like laying on the floor and doing all kinds of like you were swimming in the pool. Like he had them doing all that. My knee was not in a place where I could join them. So I just got to sit back and watch them all strain and struggle and stretch. But it was amazing, man. They were all pushing themselves to the limits. And this dude, Mark Jenkins, it was incredible, man. So they're jump roping and they're in these different, stretching positions and yoga type positions and downward dogs and doing all of these different things, right? And they're like lunging, they're like Thai fighting. I mean, it was crazy watching these workouts, like really unique stuff that I'd never seen anywhere else. And so he worked them out for an hour up there, and they all were freaking champions, right? But at one point, as he was training, he said, wax on, wax off. And nobody really responded. And he said, oh, y'all must not know what that is. You got to be a certain age to understand. That's from the Karate Kid. He said, I guess you have to be 51 to know what that is. And we all stopped in our tracks. I said, 51? Who's 51? He's like, I am. I'm 51. I said, bro, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, this dude doesn't look like he's a day over. 35 at most, right? He's in perfect physical shape. Like the dude looks like a little mini Hercules. He's physically in shape. He's bouncing around. He's jumping around. He's stretching around. He's doing all these things. He's super intense in his workouts, right? Like he's moving like a 20-year-old. And the dude was 51 years old. If you go over to Facebook, you check a picture, see a picture of him. It'll blow your mind. And so my takeaway from that, not only was the experience amazing, right? My takeaway from that is age truly is a decision. You hear me? Age truly is a decision. This dude, Mark Jenkins, has literally reversed the aging process through intention and discipline. He completely reversed the aging process through intention and discipline. So that was my first takeaway from day 2 of the Breakfast with Champions Consortium. Technically day 3, day 2 of speaking, and so on and so forth, right? So then as we went in and we had breakfast, thanks to John Palestrano, his amazing company, we went in and had breakfast, and then Nisha came up to the stage. And Nisha's just this... She's one of them sleepers, man. The room was filled with sleepers. So Nisha comes up to the stage. She shares this story of the incredible impact that she's been able to make from behind the scenes in other people's lives. She wrote, this woman right here, Nisha, she wrote Terrell Owens's, Terrell, I think he likes Terrell. She wrote Terrell Owens's Hall of Fame speech. 19-page speech for him. She was talking about the conversations that she has with Kanye West. Like, this woman is a monster, and you would never know it because she's never really in the limelight. Now, she's done some speaking, and she's an author, and she's done a lot of those things. But ultimately, as she shared her stories, the biggest takeaway and the thing that I learned most from her is that some of the strongest human beings on this planet are the ones that are behind the scenes that elevate others. Some of the strongest people on this planet are the ones that are behind the scenes and elevate others. And Nisha was a perfect example of that. Then my man Fanzo. I love this dude. This dude right here, there's something really special about Fanzo. If you don't know Fanzo, dude, you got to look him up, dude. He's amazing. He's so like humble. He's so down to earth. He's so real. He's so raw. And what I love about Fanzo is Fanzo has literally leaned in on every social media platform in history. He goes 100% in. He went 100% in on Periscope. Changed his whole life. He went 100% in on Meerkat, even though that doesn't even exist anymore. He's 100% in on Clubhouse and these other apps, right? And this dude has built a community by just going all in on the things that are new, the technologies that are new. Absolutely just leaning in. Not saying I'm going to tiptoe. Not saying, okay, I'll try it for a little bit. Not saying anything like that. Nope. He says, burn the freaking boats. This is the direction we're going. And he's gotten burned a few times doing that, right? He's gotten burned a few times, but ultimately he's been able to learn to engage and to impact so many people because the dude is all gas, no brakes. That's how I would describe Fanzo. All gas, no brakes. And he reminded us, as he shared with us his story, he reminded to us all that intention is the key. If you have your eye, like if you know what you intend to do, he intends to build communities, elevate people that way, impact communities, so on and so forth. If you know your intention, then nothing else will stop you. Nothing gets in the way. Platforms can disappear. Technology can come and go. All of that stuff can happen. And if you keep your intention clear, this is the bullseye, nothing will sway you from reaching the target. It was awesome listening to Fanzo. He's really, really a cool dude. Next up came Rita Goodrow. And Rita, who is just a light, by the way, and an incredibly helpful human and spirited human and just a beautiful human. And she helps people in the world of like dating profiles, so on and so forth. And Rita described what you need to do in order to attract and find the exact right clients, right? So Rita broke it down for us that instead of having this shotgun approach where we're wasting time, energy, and dollars trying to sell things to everyone, she broke it down to where this is how you get very specific. And she used this example of a pie, right? Of baking a pie. And here's how she used it. She said in the dating world, you can say, well, I like cooking and try to hook up with somebody else who likes cooking, right? That's surface level. That's shotgun level. Raise your hand if you like cooking, right? She had us all raising our hand. Raise your hand if you like cooking. And then she was like, raise your hand if you like cooking or if you like baking. And then that narrowed it down. Raise your hand if you like baking pies. And that narrowed it down. Raise your hand if you like baking apple pies. And that narrowed it down to just a couple people. She's like, that's your tribe. Those are your people. You want to get really, really specific. Don't be broad. Let's go deep. Let's go niche and find those people that ultimately we can serve best and then really lean in and serve them versus trying to go this shotgun approach. It was brilliant. She is brilliant. She rocked the stage. Then next came Rachel. I put Rachel McCord. That's not her last name. Sarah McCord is Sarah. It's Rachel D'Alto. And Rachel D'Alto is just a straight up light. That's the best way to describe Rachel. She is a light. She walks into the room. She lights up the room. And you would never know all that she has battled in her life. You would never know. From a young single mom doing whatever it takes to become a lawyer, she hid her baby from her fellow employees and from her bosses. She hid the fact that she had a baby for years and still was able to go through, get the job, get it done, become a lawyer. She did whatever it took. And the biggest thing I took away from Rachel, I mean, besides the grit and the tenacity and all that she had to deal with and all that she had to fight through, the biggest thing and the takeaway that I'll share with you is you can be all that you dream and more. You see, Rachel's a prime example of this. She stepped into the lawyer world. That was her dream. She did it, no matter what got in the way. She has stepped out of that world now. She's doing so many more bigger and more impactful things with her life. But ultimately, she is the epitome of someone who breaks through walls to achieve the dream. It was an honor to be in her presence. She's an amazing superhuman. So then came this woman, Sarah McCord. Yeah, flash your mics if you love Sarah McCord. Come on, let's get some mic flashes over there on Clubhouse. There you go. Flash those mics. Sarah McCord, that's what's up. We celebrated Sarah every day, and I celebrated her more last night when she gave me a phone call and a text message I really wanted to hear. But Sarah McCord is phenomenal, dude. This woman, like, she can't weigh, I swear she's going to get mad at me. She is the tiniest human ever. Like, she can't weigh 100 pounds. I guarantee you she don't weigh 100 pounds. She's just this tiny little woman, but she completes me. That's the way to describe it. This woman completes me. She is tiny, but she is fierce. She is relentless. She is thoughtful. She is compassionate. This woman does not back down to anything. She actually reminds me of Liza Myers-Borges a lot. Liza's a tiny little thing too, but fierce, boy. You better not mess with her. And one of the best things about Sarah is she moves at the speed of light. She makes a decision and she takes action. What's up, John Lee? I see John Lee's over on Instagram Live with us today. Great to see you, John Lee. She makes a decision and she takes action immediately. And so the biggest lesson I'll share with you today from being around and experiencing Sarah McCord, the lesson I'm going to share with you is this. Yes. Yes, you can. That thing you're thinking about? Yes. Yes, you can. She put together the Breakfast with Champions event in 9 days, basically. Yes. Yes, you can. Then came the fashion show. And my man, Manny Cabo, brought it. So Manny Cabo, he's from The Voice, and he comes out and he breaks out the microphone. I'm like, what is going on? And this dude gets out there and he just starts rocking, dude. He's wailing, he's singing. And Renee Noor, who is one of the most incredible women I've ever known in my entire life. Renee Noor and my man Manny Cabo and Vernita and the volunteers, not the volunteers, but the other people for the design companies and the people that design the clothes. I mean, they put together this incredible fashion show. It was an incredible fashion show, and my favorite part about the fashion show is they used not only Renee's beautiful daughter as a model, but they used actual members of our tribe. They used those, like everybody in the show themselves. And it was amazing, right? It was amazing seeing Tamara walking down the fashion show runway. It was amazing seeing my boy Darian Sanders in a fur coat, rocking the sunglasses, walking down the runway. I personally got an opportunity to walk down the runway, and the experience was electric, right? And it really brought out the beauty and the energy of all of our people, the people that we have this gift of doing life with, right? It really brought the beauty and the energy out of that. And so the biggest lesson I took away from that particular experience is that everyone deserves to feel like a star. Seriously, everyone deserves to feel like a star. We had young people, we had more experienced people. We had tall people. We had short people. We had brown people. We had white people. We had black people. We had all the people, right? And when you threw them on the runway and you put them in a fur coat, or when Renee threw them on the runway and dressed them up in this beautiful gown or this gorgeous swimsuit, you could see each individual light up in such an incredibly unique and special way. Because for that moment, for those 15 seconds, they were the star. And as we celebrated and clapped and cheered, it just elevated each of them to an incredible level. And that, my friends, is really the key, right? there's something special when we come together from all different backgrounds and belief systems, all different perspectives. When we come together and we celebrate one another, when we allow each individual in our tribe to be a star in their own right, whether it's them being a star by hanging out behind the scenes like Nisha does, or maybe they're a star by going all in like my boy Fanzo. Maybe they're a star by breaking down the strategies that you can use to build your business in a special way. Maybe they're a star because they have the knit and grit and spit that it takes to ultimately go out there and make your dreams come true. Maybe they're a star because they're tiny and they're fierce and they're relentless and they're thoughtful, and they help remind us all that yes, you can. Maybe they're a star because they can sing and they can wail and they can put on a show. Maybe they're a star because they're electric and they have this gift and this power of helping other people shine. Doesn't matter what they bring to the table. The truth of the matter is they all bring something. They all bring something, and this past week in New York City, man, I'll cherish it. I'll remember it for the rest of my life. Tomorrow, there's some more other people that I'm gonna share with you tomorrow on #RiseAndGrind that I learned from Virgilia, Kimberly King, Liza. But I'm gonna end today on this one. In the midst of the entire event, the whole 3-day event, in the midst of everything from the speakers to the videos to the video crew that was amazing, to the food sponsors, to the fashion shows, to all of that, the MVP, and it was a tie. It was Sarah McCord, by the way. It was a tie. But really the MVP, to me, if I had to give the trophy, I'd give it to Vernita Adele. Dude, Vernita showed up at this event as a volunteer, not as a speaker, not as a paid human. She showed up at this event and she was the first one there. She was the first one there, and she was telling the management of the hotel that their pillows were dirty and needed to be cleaned. No joke. She was like, y'all need to clean this stuff up. This is not the level that we expect. She was walking through. She was coordinating when the lunch would come in. She'd make sure the lunch was set up. When people were coming in, she was making sure they knew where to go and what to do. Vernita stepped up. She went above and beyond. And at the end of the event, when Sarah McCord and I were completely drained of every ounce of energy left in us, I went to my hotel room. I had a meeting. Sarah went to her hotel room. And Vernita was upstairs packing up everything, storing everything, cleaning up the entire room. I went back upstairs a couple hours later, and there she was. There was Vernita, the volunteer that never once got the spotlight, never once got the stage, never once got $1. But she spent 3 days serving every single person at that event with just literally a servant heart, with no expectation of receiving anything. And it literally brings tears to my eyes right now to know that human went above and beyond and out of her way to wash her feet, basically. To wash her feet. She is a servant leader, and I learned so much from Vernita and what she added to the Breakfast with Champions Consortium last week in New York City. So that'll be my last lesson for you today. Listen, friends, we are all children of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And yes, that God wants us to be the absolute best version of ourselves that we can possibly be. But I want you to know and understand that it's not for you. It's so that we can make an impact in other people's lives. And these humans at the Breakfast with Champions Consortium did exactly that. They made a massive impact in other people's lives. So go out there and serve. Go out there and be fierce. Go out there and dive in head first. Go out there and get real clear on who your tribe is and who you can impact. Go out there and know that if you can dream it, you can do it. And go out there and just know that the answer is yes. Whatever that thing is, the answer is yes. Listen, if you need more episodes or more videos like this, you can always go to glennlundy.com. We got tons of them over there. You're welcome to go check that out. If you want to go hang out with us over on Clubhouse, we're going to talk about this and more a little bit over on Clubhouse. You're welcome to join us over there. Of course, thank you so much if you're listening to the Rise and Grind podcast or joining us on YouTube or any of those places. I really, really appreciate you. And let's do it again tomorrow. Fair enough? Fair enough. I'll see you again tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We're going to do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Hey, I love you. I love you. I really do. Let's go.
On my feet before the sunrise, stepped into my greatness, feeling powerful and energized. Thankful to be alive. Hashtag blessed, write my mission, vision, values, and